It has been a while since we were active on this channel, so we figured it would be fitting to update our top 10 films list. Cinema holds such an important role in our life, and while we no longer work at a movie theater, we will try to hit up our local theater every chance we get. Movies are a brief escape from our world, and a chance to dive into an entirely new world. Welcome to Pop Culture Now. I'm your host Colby.
And I'm your host Davis.
And here are our freshly updated top 10 favorite films.
Every time I'm in the street, I hear
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
There are many great franchises out there, yet Star Wars has been a series that we have both grown up with. From the very beginning, we have always cherished this series, and as unpopular as this opinion may be, the prequel trilogy is our favorite trilogy. Revenge of the Sith is by far my favorite Star Wars film to date. This movie is iconic for so many reasons, and it has the best lightsaber battle of the entire series with the infamous battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Being the final chapter and on the birth of Lord Vader, this movie delivers the action and seriousness of Star Wars, and it is the best example of how a Star Wars movie should be made.
I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
Now, I've enjoyed just about all of the Pokemon movies that have come out to date, including some of the newer ones that are hit or miss. However, none of the newer ones have come close to capturing what the original did back in the day. Featuring Ash and his iconic partner Pikachu on their latest journey, we follow the crew as they make their way to defeat the mysterious experiment, Mewtwo, and stop the extreme weather that was plaguing the nearby port town. It's a movie that only gets better the older it ages, and with its stunning visuals and heart-wrenching climax, this film will go down with the classics.
We have always been huge fans of horror movies, and there is nothing we love more than a movie that makes you think and is scary. This movie is by far one of the best horror movies of recent years. The pure sense of unnerving fear and ambiance that this movie creates keeps viewers on the edge at all times. This is a movie that made me discover A24, which has soon become my favorite production company. Because of this movie, I have been introduced to many amazing movies such as Midsommar, The Lighthouse, Witch, and more. The acting in this movie is amazing. The fact that Toni Collette was snubbed for an Academy Award nomination is honestly a crime that will never see justice.
Go! You uppity son of a... He's the guy who's the talk of the town with the restless...
I absolutely love the acting of Jamie Foxx, not to mention most of the Quentin Tarantino films included. So, saying that, I was still blown away with how amazing this movie really was. The classic Western tropes blended with modern day technology simply makes for something up in such a satisfying way it is hard not to be okay with it. With amazing roles from actors such as Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio, and a top-notch soundtrack, this film is an instant favorite.
We are huge Seth Rogen fans, and we've probably seen 90% of his movies. There is no doubt in our mind that This Is the End is by far our favorite. The entirety of this movie is hilarious and unique that it shouldn't work, but it does. If there's ever a night where we just want to put on a movie and laugh, we put this one on. This movie also is one of the first movies that Colby and I actually watched together. This movie is one that we reference in everyday life, and while this movie was on our previous list, it will always deserve a spot on our favorite movies of all time.
Now, I know A24 really does have a lot of favoritism here at Pop Culture Now, but it's not without great reason. They really have hit the sweet spot when it comes to completely original storytelling and mood setting. This completely black and white film has us follow two lighthouse keepers as you watch them slowly driven mad, cut off from the rest of society. With phenomenal method acting from both Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, who really put you inside the character's psyche, this movie makes us question what is real and what is actually just a figment of one of their imaginations.
Jordan Peele's mind is incredible. Get Out was such a great film. However, Us left such a lasting impression on me that I think about it to this day. How insane this movie was and how unique the plot was is something that most horror movies fail to accomplish. The performance given by Lupita Nyong'o as both Red and Adelaide made Nyong'o my favorite actress. The final fight of this movie between the two is one of my favorite scenes in any horror movie. It's perfectly choreographed and beautifully crafted. This movie also delivers the perfect balance of comedy and horror, something that only the mind of Jordan Peele could have crafted.
An interconnected universe that I actually hold higher than the DC Cinematic Universe myself, both of which are owned by Warner Media. Kong Skull Island is, my opinion, the best out of the trilogy so far. This movie takes what Godzilla did perfect and just made it even that much larger. The kaiju fights are breathtaking and even more cinematic, and the human moments are even that much more engaging. I will be keeping a close eye on this franchise in the future in hopes that this is only the beginning.
Somebody throw the goddamn bomb!
It is rare for a film continuation of a show to be successful, however, that is not the case for The Simpsons movie. We have recently started a massive binge watch of The Simpsons, and we have a newfound appreciation for the iconic family. The Simpsons movie is such a funny and memorable movie, one that I have fond memories of from my childhood. The reason this film was not on our previous list was because I had forgotten The Simpsons, but this marathon has made me realize how great of a franchise it is, and made me love the iconic Simpsons movie yet again.
Before we finish off this list, we decided to list off a few of our honorable mentions. It is a little hard for us to make these lists because picking our favorite films is almost like picking a favorite child. With that being said, a few movies do not make the list, unfortunately. However, that does not mean we love these movies any less. So without further ado, let's get into our honorable mentions.
Hey, Dad! You're the perfect cast!
A movie I've personally come to love over the years, The Goofy Movie is a film that for most casual Disney fans gets swept under the rug and is forgotten. Which is honestly a travesty, because this movie is one of the most wholesome father-son journeys I have experienced. Getting to further explore the usual sidekick to Mickey Mouse is hilarious and unexpectedly interesting. It's even full of really exciting cameos Disney fans will love. With the newest season of DuckTales debuting on April 4th, I'm curious to see how they will handle bringing these awesome characters into the universe.
That was our list of our new updated top 10 films. Leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and also hit the notification bells because we're going to be trying to make videos every single week. Also, check out the link in the description below for our previous top 10 film list, and in the comment below, tell us what your favorite movie is. That's all from us for now. So until next time, see you real soon.